Just give me a moment. Yeah.
I've already clicked it.
You don't talk to me? Mm-hmm. I'm talking. All right.
All right, trackies. I'm 4 minutes late. Sorry. Thank you for joining the live. Oh, wait. This noise in the background. Let me mute this. Okay. Happy Saturday. As usual, let me know who is in the chat with me. Today is not one of my best days, I have to say. I had the most horrendous accident last night. I mean, around the house. I was going outside to feed the dog. It was late. It was, it's dark outside, and I didn't turn on the light. And the cat was underneath my foot, and I didn't see the cat, and I stepped, and the cat was right underneath my foot, and the cat caused me to slip, and I ended up on my back. But the problem is that there was a big stone there, so it's like the stone, hit me in my back. So the whole of my back is now swollen. I have to tell you, I contemplated cooking the cats. I did contemplate cooking them, but they didn't mean it. They didn't mean it. Obviously, I was just angry in the moment. I'm fine. It could be worse. I could have been crippled, but I'm not. So, it's a good thing. For now, yes, I'm not feeling well, so I'm not gonna stay too long on the live because I can't really sit properly. So, with that said, who is here with me? Deja, hey, Marie, hey, Sharnette, hey, Natalia, hey, Charlene. Listen, Jamaica people talk about cooking things all the while, especially when them do them something. So, yeah, I was about to cook my cats. But yeah, I'll be fine. As you can see, you didn't want to see my face last night. It was big and fat and puffy. My eyes still, if you look at my eyes, you can tell that there's something going on. Even one of them looks bigger than one. Yes, so I'm getting older. I can't believe this. Usually, you can catch your fall before you fall. No, so it didn't happen. I slammed this hand into the ground trying to catch myself, like so. So here got hit and here got hit. I have a little bruises all about, but the major thing is my back. Anyway, fun track and field. So let's get into it. Today was the New York Grand Prix. I did my previews as it relates to, what I was expecting from our Jamaican athletes, and I was pleasantly surprised by the performances. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good with what I saw because I know come trials, barring a few of the field athletes that may still have to get, the qualifying standard, it's still a good look for Jamaica collectively in the sport of track and field. You see us in the discus, the shot put, the high jump. I didn't even realize that Kimberly Williams would have been in the high jump today, and I saw her performing. So I saw on the result sheet that she was there. So it's good that we have persons all about, competing in different area, different facets that can continue to shove the Jamaican brand. And of course, from a global standpoint, when it comes to track and field, soon you'll no longer hear, Sprint Factory, but a Jamaica, a true track and field nation when it comes to, sports in general or different events in track and field. So yeah, I felt good today watching the event. So let's dive straight in. Let's start with Briana Williams, right? Um Actually, it's the weirdest thing happened when I was watching the Briana race. Okay, so I was doing my makeup at the time. So I didn't get a chance to see them when they were doing, the camera when they were calling out their names. So I immediately just jumped straight in as they were, in their blocks about to go off. So I didn't see where Brianna was. So I was assuming that she was closer to the center of the track, not all the way over there in lane 9. I don't know why she was put in lane 9, considering that, it's not like these people in this race, other than, in terms of, the name or the weight of your name. Gabby Thomas is big in the race, obviously Alia Hobbs, but I don't really see, the other people as a bigger draw than a Brianna Williams. So I was really surprised that she was all the way out in lane 9. Anyway, I didn't know she was in lane 9. So I've been looking in the middle of the track, and there was some short girl over there, I think beside Aaliyah, that I was thinking was Brianna. And I just remember she had a pretty good start, but then she started to fade. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? Then I see the time 10:98, and I'm like, but this is definitely not a good run. It's not a good run. What went wrong with Brianna? Didn't love that execution at all. Then I look over in the comment section and I see people saying, wow, Brianna. I'm like, what did I miss? So on the replay now, I see that Brianna's in lane 9. I was not looking in lane 9 for Brianna at all. So her being all the way out there, like when I'm watching track, I'm zoned in on a particular set of athletes. So I literally miss the people on the outside, right? Because I'm not looking there. So I missed her completely. But in the replay now, I was able to see her and I'm like, oh my God, Brianna looked so good. Her execution, of course, her first 30 again, she was leading from the gun. But not only that, after 60 is where, quote unquote, we would have been seeing the issues for Brianna. We saw, last week where she held form and she executed her race and, she ran 11:04. The question was, would she be able to, replicate, her going out and executing? That's the biggest issue, I think, for Jamaicans, or that's what they want to see from Brianna, is her just executing. The times will come. Once you execute a good race, the times will come. So the biggest question was, on a lot of people's minds, because she was moving from 11:2 to 11:04, right? So the biggest question I suppose a lot of people would be having is, can she replicate this, in future races? Will we be able to see it next week? Well, come today, she came out and she executed the same way she executed in Kingston. Actually, I would probably say it was better than she executed in Kingston. I'm surprised by the actual time though. They had a positive 1.2 meters per second wind. So I'm really, really surprised by the time, because I was expecting Alia Hobbs to run around 10:8-ish. I know I had Brianna running, mid 10:95s to 11 seconds. So with the race ending, Alia Hobbs running 10.98 seconds for first, and Brianna Williams, equaling her season's best, running 11.04 seconds for second. I would say that was a really, really good performance by Brianna. I mean, it didn't fall in the range of the time that I was expecting. Also, I did put her about fourth. Um, but again, she finished much, much higher. But I'm happy because of the execution. Times will come once you're executing. And I think this is a good sign that come trials, we may be able to see a personal best from Brianna, in the sense of finally dipping into 10:8. It was a really, really good look for her. I wasn't at all impressed, I have to say, by Aaliyah. I think she's still getting back from her having that breaking her wrist. So she has to make sure she's careful, because this 10:98 doesn't necessarily separate her from the rest of the field for the US trials, right? When you're looking at, Sha'Carri seems to be way out there, but if everybody is bunched up, you can get bounced out. So Alia has to be very, very, very careful as it relates to that, because a lot of people would have been calling her for a sure spot in their mind. Me myself, I was calling her for a sure spot, to make the team, but she hasn't really separated herself since getting that injury. So she has to definitely be careful there. As it relates to Brianna, I definitely believe she can come to trials and compete. And I mean by compete, try to get a spot on the team. It's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be easy, but she can definitely put in her all and see what she gets at the end of the day. It's a good look. Let me take some of the comments here now. See, okay. What's happening with the comments? Why am I seeing such a small amount of comments? No, chat. All right, let's see. Um, do you know what happened with Sean Bailey? I was surprised not seeing him in the race. So when I get to the 400, I'm gonna quickly jump over to Twitter to see if there's any news on him. I was surprised not seeing him. I was really looking forward to seeing him. I'm gonna get to that race shortly. Thank you guys. Hopefully, I'll get well soon and there's no permanent damage. from my kittens. Um, so let's see. I'm going to get to the men's race shortly. Briana held her own. Second half has improved greatly. Yes, I definitely loved the execution in this race. Good evening, everyone. Please remember to like the stream. Yes, guys, please remember to like. And you remember the donation icon is there, whatever it's called. You all can go ahead and donate if you'd like as well. Or she was in lane 8, whichever one. She did well over in one corner, and I didn't even see her. That was a slow 100 meters. Yes, I thought it was slow. I was expecting first to be in the 10:8s, and obviously, as I said, I was putting Briana fourth, and I had her running roughly between 10:95 and 11 seconds. So I was expecting other persons to be ahead of her, running faster times as well. That didn't really happen, but I'm still, very satisfied because again, she executed. That's what you need to get done. Get your execution done, your race plan done, and the times will come. Right. So I'm happy about what I saw from Briana. 100%. Briana needs to start dipping under 11 seconds. No. Yeah. I still think it's a good sign. It's a good sign. It's a good sign for what she could possibly do at trials. Hey, Coach is Dex. What's up? Big up yourself, Coach. Oh, Coach, I'm gonna reach out to you maybe later this evening because we have to talk about Monday. I want us to start Monday. So yeah, I'm gonna call you on WhatsApp. Um, Briana is poised to dip on the 11 ill combat trials. I don't want just a dip on the 11. I'm hoping she can get into 10-8s. Hoping that's where she can really challenge if she wants a spot on the team. Remember, we talked about this 10-8 already. In my opinion, 10-8 is still a good time to make take a spot on the Jamaican team. We saw last year where Elaine was 10:89 and Kemba was 10:89. I'm expecting faster times this season, but I'm still thinking that if you're able to get into 10:8s, you do have a solid shot of making the team. And remember, even though Shelly's participating, what her performances do not count because she's already guaranteed to go to the World Championships. So the three would be Sherika. I'm already counting Sherika plus whoever else. We're looking to see what Elaine is coming with. We're looking to see what Tina is coming with. We haven't really seen these athletes. Plus, Sasha Lee has been having a great season as well. Natalia and Janelle especially as well has been having a really good season. So these girls are coming. But Briana can be a part of the story if she gets her times down into the 10-8s, in my opinion. Denisha. She looks good. Her finish is improving. Yes, that's what I want to see. I want to see that consistent execution in the start. Briana did really good. Yeah. You auntie are the best things on here. Fred Kurt, I soon get into that. Shanti Jackson. Yes, Shanti Jackson looked good. Adeja Hodge looked much better than I've seen her in her past races as well. So it's a good look for the youngsters coming up as well. The youngsters, as Jadon said, it's the young people doing it now. So don't be surprised when you see these great performances from young athletes. They're the ones that are doing it now. You know what I mean? And I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of track and field. It's not dying. People are saying it's dying, but it's not dying. We're seeing even better and better performances. So it's just a way for us to figure out now to market this thing and make it, be one of the biggest sports in the world. Let's stand up there with football or something. You know what I mean? I'm excited to see what civil. Yep. All right. I want to get over this Briana spiel and then I can get into that second race. Yes, she is. She's going to be awesome. Hey T, I wanted to let you know that we'll definitely be seeing Elaine and Shirley at trials. As I've checked the J3's website and I've seen that they're both entered with Elaine doing the 100 and the 200 and Shirley doing the 200. Okay. I'm glad. Look here. When I was hearing, that she's, giving up the 200, honestly, I was disappointed because yes, I understand that Shirley does not like the event. But at the end of the day, even if you don't like the event, if you cannot like an event and you can still medal in the event, to me, that's fantastic. That's fabulous. So for her to, step away from the 200, especially in my opinion, when the 200 has assisted her 100 meters so much, to me, I was like, is this something that you really want to give up? I mean, if that's what she decides at the end of the day, okay, so be it. But I'm really glad hearing this news. That's great. That's great. That's great. I want her to be a part of Jamaica's continuous trifecta where we go and knock people out stone cold. Kemba was 1088 and Elaine was 1089. Yep, yep, yep. Briana, her start did not look that amazing. No man, her start was good. She was leading in that first 30. Go watch the replay. Go and watch the replay. I mean, luckily I caught the replay because I was looking elsewhere on the shot for Briana. I want to put much weight on Sasha Lee's 1098 because that had a positive 2.0. Stop diminishing our athletes' performances, please. I've been saying that if it's one thing I respect about Americans and how, they approach the performances from their athletes, they do not diminish any performance. It is allowable 2.0. It's allowable. It's a sub 11. We can't be saying, oh my God. All right, let's look at it this way. Tyson Gay's 969 was done in some crazy positive win versus Johans, right? If it was a 1.7, it was probably 2.2 as well, right? But at the end of the day, he's still, tied as the second fastest man in the world. Whether or not he would be able to replicate that performance, or he's probably retired by now anyway. So that doesn't matter. It's still a good time. Do not diminish the athletes' performances, especially when we're trying to promote the sport, to make it, glorious. So please don't diminish the performances from our athletes, and they're working hard. So it's not good to hear. I wouldn't like to be sexually sitting on right now and hear, oh, it was 1098, but it was 2.2. Like, come on, guys, come on, don't do this. Hodge looks fluid. She wasn't looks heavy. She wasn't fluid enough. Yes, she looks heavy. She has been looking heavy since I've been watching her after that injury that she picked up, into what was it, Carifta. But what I was saying about it is that this was the best I've seen her since then. So she still looks heavy. She still looks thick as well. Very, very thick. And I never liked her running form this year as well. I don't know. This year I've been seeing her. She's looked much bigger than she looked last year. Last year she looked slim and trim. Now she looks heavier, maybe lifting clearly more weights. So maybe they'll have her trimmed down. I don't know for what for the end of this season, but maybe they'll have her trimmed down, or next year we'll be able to see better from her. But yeah, I thought this was a better performance from what I've been seeing from her in the past weeks. Problem Donna Budapest. All right, we're gonna move on. I thought Shelly said nobody getting her to run another 200. I was surprised. I'm surprised hearing this. I was also finding it interesting that Frano has Tina registered for that 100 and 200 for world champs, but he's entered Tia in the 100 and 200 for only the world champs, but also NCAA. Yeah, because remember, Tia, sorry, based on this can be a key indicator. Think about it. Based on what Stephen Francis is thinking, based on what he's seeing in training, he believes Tina has a solid shot of making the team, not only in the 100, but the 200 one she's entered. However, Tia, on the other hand, is probably thinking, okay, she's less likely to make an individual team. Yes, she can. However, if she does not, okay, we have a forward plan, we have a backup. You can go to NACAC. Yeah, under 18s and under 23s, right? So that's the thing. So this I think is a very good key indicator as it relates to what we can expect from Tina come trials. So everybody that's probably sleeping on Tina, expects something great, because if the coach just put her alone in the 100 and 200 for the world champs, he believes without a shadow of a doubt that she's making that team. So everybody that's running, please be on your P's, on your Q's. Tina is coming. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. I can't wait. Actually, I'm bubbling over thinking about what's happening, what's going to happen at trials. So, I'll wait until I get there. But for now, I'm excited. Shelly was stepping from the what is this? To focus on the 100 record, but with her late start, is this the 200 supposed to be here? but I don't know if Shelly is that in that great shape because of her past injuries. Look here, I've always believed that not to Shelly, so I don't know. Back at the replay, Brianna start was better in her last race. I'm impressed though with her finish. Okay, this is what I will say, Mark, as it relates to why you may think Brianna Start was better. Are you comparing it to how far are the gap she had on the field? Remember that these athletes that she's running against are faster than the ones that she ran against in Kingston, where she ran that 11:04. Also remember that Alia Hobbs is the second fastest person over 60 ever. Remember, she has the American record. So if Brianna is leading her, that's a good sign because there's no way somebody that's that good over 60 should be losing out to quote unquote a Brianna Williams. That's right now, I think, has a personal best of 7:04 still, right? So think about it. Think about it. It's the field that you're up against. Your start will look that much better or that much worse depending on who your competition is. Um, what are I saying? Almost certain you would have mentioned Brianna's time already, but I've missed it. Could you please give me the same? Not sure what you're asking for, but the time was 11:04, equaling the season's best that she ran last season. Executed a really good race as well. Could this maybe mean that Frano might not be sure of Tia's chances? Yeah, she has once you line up trackies, you have a chance. You obviously have a shot. But then when you start to be realistic in your brain and you start to say, okay, when I factor in Sharika, Elaine, Kemba, Briana, the chances of Tia making it may not be as great as the chances of Tina, right? So they're giving her a fail safe. There's nothing wrong with that. Heavy or not, Hodge is still run up. Yeah, she still ran good. She still ran good. And that's why I was saying it's still a better race than what I've seen from her before. Tina may be the dark. Yes, Tina is definitely, based on what the commenter said, Tina is definitely coming with something. I now believe it even more than I've believed it in the past. Exactly. The athletes work hard, and a lot of who are talking negative things about the athletes' performance can't go to the track or do what the athletes are doing. You want to stop it, man. Okay. Well, T, Zarnel win. Okay, I'm gonna get to Zarnel now. All right. Okay. Let's get to Zarnel. Let's get to Zarnel. All right, let's get to that race. So let me just pull up back the stat sheets and get into the men's 100 meters. Wow. What an exciting race. You know what? I typically, again, feel nothing for athletes outside of Jamaicans when they're on the track. But Zarnel has been through so many false starts, so many execution issues when he was the guy to do some damage in the 100 meters, in the 100 and 200 for years now, but especially the 100 meters. He's been, on the cusp of doing something great. And to see that unfold today in this race where he ran 9.83 seconds for a new personal best and a new national record, national Great Britain record. I think the time was 9.87 if I'm not wrong. So obviously decimating that record and decimating the field. He looked absolutely fantastic. Didn't have the best of starts, but that top end, that pickup was masterful. Now let's talk about what happened last week. So last week he ran against Akeem Blake, and of course he beat Akeem Blake. But what I did notice from Akeem was that Akeem, kind of slowed up in the race. So my thought process was, if I take that into consideration, it looks as though Akeem may still be able to cover Zarnel if he's going, full tilt. So I'm still giving Akeem the win, in my opinion, because come this week when he lines up against Christian Coleman, and the rest, I don't see where, he will, do that kind of execution. Well, Zarnel said, not today, champ. What I did last week was no fluke. I'm going to come and show you that I've been working hard and I may not get the best start, but I know my top end can, get me ahead of you. And that is exactly what he did in this race. And you know what? It goes to show you when an athlete is running a race and even when the race is done, they don't stop run. It tells you how masterful that execution was. There is no reaching for the line. There is no such thing. Just full tilt. I'm executing. The shock on his face when he saw that time. the joy that he experienced in that race as well. Nothing but hearty congratulations to Zarnel Hughes, Akeem Blake now. Great start. He typical Akeem Blake. Execution was a really, really good execution. He was just beat by the better man today, and the better man today was Zarnel Hughes. I have nothing negative to say about Akeem's race. I was hoping that he would dip into 9.8s again, but this is a 9.93, very close. I can't complain. Nothing to argue about. It was a wind positive 1.3 meters per second. So I have nothing to complain about when it comes to Akeem. He's still doing what Akeem needs to do. Come trials, he will still be one of our big guns as it relates to heading into the World Championships. And of course, I've been saying for weeks now that, the rest of the world is sleeping on what the Jamaicans are doing. I might as well throw Zarnel Hughes in there now anyway, but the rest of the world is sleeping on the Jamaicans in the sense that I don't really see Fred Curley and all of these other guys doing anything special to speak of. Yeah, we have the collegiates, doing what collegiates do, then seem to not be able to replicate on the world stage. I'm not really factoring them. I'm talking about the guys that have gone to the World Championships, already have medal and are looking to come, again and do something fantastic. I are not seeing nothing from them so far. So I'm counting Jamaican squarely, and I mean Jamaicans squarely into the medal table when it comes to the World Championships. I don't care what nobody want to say. I don't care. I don't care. I want to care. I don't care. But no, Zarnel Hughes though has really thrown a wrench in my hopes as it relates to Jamaica getting two people on the medal table. If Zarnel can replicate this at a World Championships, he's medaling. He is medaling. He needs to put whatever issues he's had, false starting in a major finals or a major competition behind him. He needs to forget it completely, know that he's one of the best, and go out and execute a really good race. And if he does that, he's definitely going to be on the medal table. As it relates to what Oblique is probably coming with, listen, this is a good sign. If Oblique was tearing up Zarnel Hughes and Oblique around 983, can I start expecting 9.7s from Oblique? Well, you know what? At the beginning of the season, we were talking about the possibility of expecting 9.7s from Oblique this season. But seeing what Zarnel is doing, me not tell you no lie. May start have some hope for some 9.7 right now. Some solid 9.7. Not no 1.5 9.7, but some solid 9.7. What I'm hoping for though is to see more of Oblique internationally. I've complained about this so many times, and I haven't really been seeing him run internationally that much. But still, he'll have 3 good races at trials to sharpen himself up. We could possibly see a 9.7 there. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. And again, the world needs to wake up. They're acting like they don't see the Jamaicans, them are going like them not see we. But again, them can't go on like them not see we still. Because I don't mind us just sneaking in and snatching those medals from them, from right underneath their eyes. All right. Oh, sorry, I didn't mention Christian Coleman. Christian Coleman finished third in 10.02 seconds. My call before was Akeem Blake, Zarnel Hughes, Christian Coleman, and it finished Zarnel, Akeem, Christian Coleman. Why did I put Christian Coleman in third place? Because the race I saw in Kingston was not that impressive. And I thought to myself, based on what I saw from Zarnel last week, I believe he could beat Christian Coleman. Didn't think he was going to beat Akeem, but that's what happened here. And of course, if I was thinking not about Zarnel, then clearly I was expecting Akeem to be ahead of him as well. And that's how it played out. As it relates to Cajun Colson, I was expecting a personal best, possibly 10.22 seconds for him in this race for sixth. I don't think this is a execution that he would have loved. He just has to go back to the drawing board, and hopefully come trials, we can see the sub 10s from a plethora of guys that we are expecting to, hopefully dip below that 10-second barrier come trials. But it's a great look overall for what I was seeing from Zarnel and, of course, from Oblique Seville. Okay, let's take some comments now. Tina will make a chance. Tina will okay. Briana, second half of the race was impressive. In the middle of the race, it seemed like she was about to be swamped at the end, but she managed to pull through nicely. That's not the vibe I got watching the race. When I watched it, I mean, I caught the replay. When I saw it, she looked like she was solid through and through from start to finish. Obviously, Aliyah eventually, surpassed her maybe into 40, 50-ish, but still, it was still a solid run from Briana through and through. Good execution, in my opinion. Tina is gonna be the a Kemba of last year. Yep, 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 yep. But no, what I will say, because we foresaw, to be fair, we foresaw Kemba doing that 10-8 previously. So the year before we were like, Kemba is coming. Kemba is gonna run 10-8, so Briana has to be on her P's and Q's. With Tina, we were even when she went pro, we were like, okay, she's going pro, she's 10.95. It may take a little while to transition. We're not really gonna, expect too much too soon. Where we actually thought something is coming special was with Tina was when we saw her running indoors. We're like, hold up those 60s. We're like, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. What's going on here? Something's but no, I think she ran in Jamaica first, and then she stupid fly, and then she ran in the indoors, and we're like, no, sir, something is coming special, 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 special from Tina. So that's where we started to think it. But yeah, there was injury concerns as well. So we always have to factor that in. But seeing as though again she's only entered for the 1 and 200, she is definitely 100% without a doubt coming with something special for trials. I was happy for Briana. She held her top end against great competition. If Brianna keeps this up, she will be at 10-7 this time next year. I want to see some consistency into some 10-8s before I start talking about no 10-7. She hasn't even reached 10-7 yet. So why you skip my comment? Which comment is that? But I don't know where this comment is. Well, T Zarnel over. No, I was skipping it because I didn't get to the men yet. So that's why I was saying I'll get to that shortly. Um, if Bree continues, she will be 10-8 by the end of the season. Hopefully. Huge finish like Lyles in that 100-meter. Better, 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 better than Lyles. Much better. Any athlete who don't want to be critiqued should stay at their yard and don't take the field. Yeah, constructive criticism, but not to where you're diminishing their performances. I wouldn't say we do that. Um, only track and field critique is so highly frowned upon. No, sometimes y'all take this critiquing too far where you start bashing the athletes. It's two different things. It's two different things. By the time Zarnel reached the big stage, him I go false start. He needs to put that behind him. It's in the past. Let's just hope that doesn't happen again. Coleman looks sloppy. US sweep is not looking likely again. I've been seeing that for weeks now. They may not even get a medal. See, if I'm counting two Jamaicans and no, we have a Zarnel Hughes. I'm sorry. They might not medal. Elaine Thompson-Herah is set to run at All Comers tomorrow. Can't wait to see what she has. Okay. Look here. Anybody will go All Comers tomorrow. And please link me. Please, please, please link me. I want somebody to record some races and send them to me. So on the link me in the comment section and right here and tell me who can record some race to me. All right. I feel as if Shelly only running the 200 and not the 100 is far more, and not the 100-meter is for more race conditioning, possibly, but also, no, I wouldn't say possibly, I would say definitely. But you know what? If she's still a world-class 200-meter sprinter, why not take a spot she deserves? People are not just saying, oh, Shelly go run the 200. She's deserving of it. She's a 21-8 sprinter. So she's a class act over the 200 meters. So if she can medal, why not? Why not? Akeem did his best. Hughes is just on a high right now. I don't think this is the end all of Akeem. I'm expecting Akeem to come at trials and dip into 9.8s again, possibly 9.8 low. I'm hoping. So I mean, again, as I said, I have no issues with his performance today. Zarnel was just the better man in the day, and it is what it is. Chakis, you're not gonna win every race. I keep telling you all, athletes are not gonna win every single race. I believe Elaine is running today. Is it today? Not tomorrow. I might be wrong. I don't know. Somebody link me in the comment section and tell me who can record some race to me. Remember, Shelly wasn't listed in the 100-meter last year until just some days. The time has cut off. The time has cut off for the people entering. So I don't think she can just randomly turn up. I don't think they will allow that. I'm assuming, because I know the date was either today or yesterday was the last day for entering at come trials. I think it's today. Anyway, somebody link me said on can record some race. Jeez. I hope Elaine runs sub 11 today. I'm hoping for something good. I'll take anything at this point. Shelly, I run 200. Oh my God, it's today. Well, even better. Somebody tell me in the comment section. I know y'all end up at the National Stadium. Somebody tell me. Shelly just a trick or no? Shelly a trickster. I don't know how many times I'm gonna tell people that Shelly jokingly said she won't run the 200 on live while talking about Sherika decimating them all in the 200. She was just joking. Congrats to Zarnel. Well done, Blake. This is what I love. I love when every athlete is putting their best foot forward and are coming with their A game. Absolutely. Oblique is going to run 9-7 between trials and world championships. Agreed. Only free. They see. I don't know what that means. From Zarnel, I run 9-8 low. Oblique must run 9-7. Me not ask. I agree. I don't see the hype over Fred. I'm not seeing it at all this year. Fred dead. The coach I said Fred dead. Fred is dead and dead. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Glenn Mills camp. I come for them. Watch. I mean, it's looking good. It's looking good. I read that. Love to see what Oblique will produce at trials. Hoping for a new PB myself as well. That's what I thought as well. Tina, I'll go run 10-8 between trials and world championships. I can't wait for Shelly and Fraser Price. Wait to see Shelly and Fraser Price on the track. We can't wait as well. We're down to see our Top Gun step to the track. Elaine, delete everything off her IG. Fireworks later. Look here, Chuckies. I don't really go on social media like that. I really suck at it. But I'm loving what I'm hearing. The anticipation is building. The excitement is building. I'm thrilled. The race not even running, I'm excited. Look here. Look here. Oh, the man don't make me boss out here. Man don't make me boss. What is this? Take it too far. I don't know what this is. They take it too far. Oh, are we talking about bashing the athletes? What time is Quest to Budapest? I never know myself, but I need to help and get somebody message me in that chat here about the race them. Like when Elaine did injured. She really deleted everything. That me I wanted to. You know what? Let me go over IG now. I can do that. I can always confirm this while I'm on live with y'all. It's live. It doesn't matter. Y'all are here with me anyway. Let me fast from a good girl. Elaine. Me goody. God, I'm even getting messages on Instagram and I don't even know. Boy, I tell you, I've been having a rough week, Trackies. You wouldn't even know. Rough week. Kakafat, everything delete. Zero posts. I want to go in a jam shop here. And she put up a race between. Which race did she put up? Are the Olympics finals is up on her Insta? Kakafat. I what she a come with. Not tell me say she a come with a 10-6 father. Wait, what else she said? She said, no one can take away what's meant to be yours. It may take longer than you want, but in the end, it will come. Lord of His mercy. Maybe got drop for Andre Stevens. What does he say? I don't remember what he says, but anyway. Let me go back. Blessings come to you all from all directions. You never know who or what. Look here. Maybe leave when I say good girl, I come with something, we're good girl, I come with something. We're good girl, I come with something trackies. Lord have His mercy. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Look here. I'm ready. Look, you see, I'm shining like a young pear. Jesus Christ. Wait, did I miss this comment? As the B, what? As the ifs, buts, and maybes means nothing. It is all on the day. I don't know what that is in reference to, but yeah, I'm looking forward it. Somebody not link me in a IG in a chat yet to tell me who can record some race for me. Who they up there right now when we can get to go at trials go send go record some race and I start move some man. Yes, it's today. 21-7. Wait, what's this? 20, Shelly runs 21-7, and I was saying 21-8. Why do I have her PBS 21-8? At 21-7? Well, apologies, trackies, if I'm chatting foolishness. Either way, I'm talking off the top of my head. I don't have stuff in front of me. So, yeah, if I made a mistake, I do apologize. No offense. Zarnel really blow us away. 983. I'm pretty sure no one was expecting that. Yep, I agree. No one was expecting that. I'm positive. What is this about Shelly and 200? She's entered it to run the 200 at trials, and not the 100 like persons thought previously. This evening, in fact, look here. May I wait for somebody tell me so they can record the Elaine race? Send, go and give me. Who, who you think will take home for Budapest? Look here. I want to see what happens at trials first. Well, after trials, I can say where I think the medals will shape up. Um, I wonder if people know that Shelly is fast over the 200 than Dina Asher Smith by far, and has better top has has a better top 10 200-meter races than her. Yet y'all Dina think is more of a 200-meter than her. Interesting. Dina is a better 200-meter runner in the sense that she can medal there globally over the 100 meters. I don't think people are saying that she's better than Shelly, or at least in my opinion, I don't think that's what people are saying. People are looking at what she is better at in terms of where she stands a better shot at medaling. That's what I'm thinking. But as it relates to medaling, I don't know how it go with when it comes to me and Jamaica. At Jamaica, me say straight when you step to the track. Now I may sometimes bend my rules for the ones that train in Jamaica and be slightly favorable towards them, but still I don't play those games. Shelly will run the 100-meter first, round all out, and purposefully do foolishness like in the semi, just like she did. I'm hearing that she's not entered in the 100, so I don't know. And I don't know if there's a clause, maybe there's a clause in place for the defending champion to enter when they feel like, maybe, I don't know. Um, She was joking because she said it in a way where she was laughing because Jacko beat them bad. Okay, when you're running 21.45, that's just absolutely ridiculous. But again, a world-class athlete is a world-class athlete, and Shelly is just that. Regardless of where that personal best is in relation to Sherika's personal best, she's absolutely world-class. As Jamaicans, we should be happy for Zarnel Hughes' progress and not speculate that he will choke on the world stage. We wouldn't want that for no. We definitely don't want to spread any negativity in the air, which is why we're saying and we're hoping he forgets whatever issues he had in the past. And she did a wait for the line come. What is this? I don't know what that is. Shelly is fast in the 200 too. Shelly could lower her PB to 21.6 in the semifinal last year. Look here. I don't agree with doing too much in a semifinal when you don't have to. Yes, so she could have maybe, but at the same time, would it have been worth it? Would she have the legs come for the finals? You don't want to risk it. You know what I mean? Don't take those unnecessary risks. But from what T is saying about the deadline, Shelly may not run the 100-meter trials. The deadline gone. It was either today or yesterday, but the deadline done. So is it that today is it cut off or it was yesterday? It was one of those days. It's one of those days. Let me go research quickly. Yeah, you can research and get back to me. As Jamaicans, we should be happy for us. I think I read this. Shelly, I got run 21.6 and Shelly I got run 21.6 and if she run 10.5, she got run 21.5. If she runs 21.6, let's flip it. If she runs 21.6, then that means that 100 meters is even more deadly. I don't necessarily think it's the other way around when it comes to the 100/200. I always think the 200 assists the 100 better than the 100 assists the 200, if that makes any sense. Yes, I check and saw. Yeah, man. Tell Chocolate to stream later, please. Look here. I can't use Chocolate to race them. Tell them again, my boy. Keep on saying Shirley isn't a 200 meter. I don't know who was saying that. I think maybe because we like to undermine performances why we say nonsense sometimes, possibly, but it is what it is. Okay, the meet starts at 5. All right, so I have enough time to get off this live. But yeah, let's go. Shelly Ann will bring fire to the track. I can't wait to see me as well. Guys, remember Shelly Ann couldn't break 11 seconds until trials 2008. Don't rush Briana. She might burst out at any moment. She looks like she's about to bust away. She look like she about to bust away by like a big beige kite. Elaine planning something. Look here. I'm getting happy jitters. Look like she gonna run 1:10.7. Look here, she put up Olympics race right at the big. Go and check her. What's that thing called? The thing where you put up shorts on Instagram. She has the Olympic race, a snippet of the beginning of the Olympic race, right up there. Look here. If Elaine burn down Kingston, Jamaica tonight, Jamaica burn down, I swear to you, if Elaine burn down Jamaica, I'm going right on live. If Elaine burns down Jamaica tonight in Kingston, I'm going on live. Because she going burn down Manchester as well. I keep telling them that Shelly was joking. Yeah. If Shelly come 10-6 at trials, world championship, I go hotter than lava. Shelly not running this 100 meters at trials based on what we're hearing that she's not entered in it trackies. I can't wait to see Shelly. And you know what? As a matter of fact, let me go back to this thought. This thought a second. I don't know if you remember me saying months ago that Shelly is not going to be running the 100 meter against these girls because these girls use Shelly as a gauge, right? Leading into trials, we were hearing that, Shelly is going to be running the 100. And in the back of my mind, I was thinking, why would Shelly go run the 100 meter against the people them way? Our biggest competition. To me, it didn't really make any sense. You know what I mean? So seeing now that she's not entered, to me, again, my gut feeling has been telling me this, and my gut feeling seems to be proving right. Shelly no want to run against them girls, and not that she's scared of these girls, but these girls use Shelly as a gauge. It's a very, very good gauge. Not just Jamaican athletes, but every athlete. We've heard about Dina Asher Smith saying she loves running against Shelly. You know what I mean? These athletes love running against Shelly because Shelly is the person, the perfect rabbit for every other athlete. I don't see her giving away her hand to Sherika or Elaine or Tina or whoever else is in this race, Briana or and the lot before World Championships. For them say, okay, I got you have. All right, me ready for you. You know what I mean? Let them keep guessing as it relates to what I'm coming with, so that when World Championships come, if you don't meet me in the heat, if you don't meet me in the semi-final, you have to go wait until final for me dust you out. I'm just saying. I can't wait to see Elaine and Shelly in Budapest in the 100 meter finals and also a world record. Boy, I tell you, I was talking about, you know what, let me save that. I'm gonna save that because I want to do a deep dive in it, so let me save it. A fool them fool if them believe, cause if she stop, she not gonna run 10-5. Agreed. An athlete like Elaine won't run 10-6 against minor competition, even if she can. Elaine usually just runs enough to win in most races, so I'm hoping at least a 10-8. Well, Albert, I agree, but this is apparently a different Elaine. Just like how we saw a different Shelly in 2021, where she come out around 10, was it 2021? Yes. 2021, when she come out the blocks at the beginning of the season around 10-6, and we've never seen that done before. Maybe we're gonna see something different from Elaine. You can never tell. You know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to it. Um, the better Shelly gets over the 200. Yep. Agreed. The better her 100 will be. Elaine alone can stress we out, so we have to admire the suspense she leaves for her fans. Boy, she stressed me out all the while. All the while, I tell you. Hello, Margaret. Good afternoon. T coach always in the stadium. Check him. No, but any races he records would be for himself. Remember, he also has a channel. So yeah. Um Elaine cooking right now. Don't forget she's the double Olympic champion, the Olympic record holder, and the fastest woman alive. And some people be saying her 10.54 is the world record. I be saying her world record, her 10.54 is the world record. I be saying that all the time. After trials and little Diamond League, we can decide. Me not, no, I don't care about what happens on the Diamond League. Trials are gonna tell we. The girl them are gonna come. You know why trials is gonna tell us? Because you can't leave it to chance, right? I think I remember I was saying Sherika just has to turn up to make the team. I'm probably gonna have to backtrack on that shit. I mean, sorry, backtrack on that. I'm probably gonna have to backtrack on that. Why? Because if Tina come with something special, Elaine apparently I come with something special. She can't go risk it because Kimber might come with something special. Briana might come with something special. You know what I mean? So again, exciting days ahead. Exciting days again ahead. Um, even if she even if she's in 10-6 shape, she's not gonna go that fast against such a low tier field. 10-8 the furthest I think she will go. Again, that's Elaine of the past. We might be seeing a new Elaine, but you know what? I'll accept anything. I'm just glad seeing her back on track. How can Dina be a better contender than someone she's I'm not talking in comparison to Shelly. I'm talking in comparison to herself. When she heads to a world championship final in the 100, she has zero shot of medaling in that this is prior to Shelly obviously taking the 200-meter more seriously. I'm saying that when she was heading in the 100 meters, her shots of medaling in the 100 meters was much lower than her shot in the 200 meters. Hence why she has global 200-meter medals over what she has in the 100. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying she's better than Shelly. Are you mad? Do you think I'm mad? I believe Shelly is going to win the 100-meter finals at Budapest. I want to see what happens at trials between between Elaine and Sherika. Then I'll tell you who I think is going to win. Shelly and PV is 21.79. Thank you for correcting me. Dina's is 21.88. Okay. Yesterday was the gut off. What is this? Denisha, welcome back. I forgot. Was the cutoff? Okay, it was yesterday. Thanks for letting us know that it was yesterday. Denisha, I wanted to ask if you wanted to be a mod. But I haven't seen you a few times, I think, a few lives. So yeah, let me know if you want to be. I can't wait to see Shelly on Trials Day, me as well. Yep, and she definitely won't reveal that she can run a 10-6 until the right time because her competition is Shelly Sharika, and she'll have a better advantage if she shocks them with that 10-6. I disagree. If Elaine is in 10-6 shape, I don't think there's much anybody can do if they know to stop her. You know what I mean? So let's say, for instance, she's in 10-6 shape and maybe Sherika isn't in 10-6 shape. I don't believe Sherika knowing that she's in 10-6 shape is going to prevent Elaine from running whatever she's running. You know what I mean? On the track. The biggest effect I believe as a sprinter, that is the only one I believe has an effect on the field is Shelly. Shelly is the only athlete I believe has an effect on everybody else's performances. I don't know if what I said that while ago made any sense. It sounded a bit jumbled now that I'm replaying it in my mind, but okay, whatever. Everyone, please hit up the like button. Thank you. Please hit that like button. Y'all are here. I see 138 people here right now. Please hit that like button. And why am I not seeing any super chats? Yes, that's what it's called. Jackie, hit up the super chat, man. 138 are on in here. Shelly, a legend. As a matter of fact, me probably gonna need to go doctor for my back. I swear my voice is gone. Shelly, a legend. Man sharp, no enter the 100 till the same day. Again, the cutoff date was yesterday. Maybe there's a clause where a defending champion can just enter. Possibly, I don't know. But if she planned on entering, the cutoff date is already gone. And based on reports, she has not entered the 100. What was Ray's talking about Elaine not running for the rest of the season? Now he's looking like an absolute idiot. He's not the only one looking like an absolute idiot when Elaine takes that track. He's gonna be looking like an idiot. Maverick is gonna be looking like an idiot. All the people that have been saying nonsense are gonna be looking like an idiot. All the athletes are putting up Olympic pics though. I think it was some Olympics day or whatever. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm still getting the heebie-jeebies. That's a good thing. Briana came second in 11:04 New York Grand Prix. Yes, we already talked about that. Your knowledge of track and field is second to none. Thank you, Margaret. I appreciate it. I still don't get why people are pressuring Elaine and the other athletes. Remember, due to the pandemic, we have back-to-back major championships, Olympic world champs, then Olympics again. Then yeah, the athletes need rest. I think we've seen a shift this year, not only from a Jamaican perspective, but globally we have seen where it seems as though the athletes are now cognizant that next year is world champ as is Olympics, sorry. Then there's another world championships again the following year. So they have to be mindful and manage their bodies as best as they can. So yeah, as it relates to that. But I don't think in relation to Elaine, people are possibly pressuring her. It's just that when you run 10-5-4, you're gonna automatically have people set ridiculous, maybe sometimes ridiculous expectations on you. But yeah, those expectations are going to be there regardless. I think Elaine probably just has to embrace it as a positive, because if we're expecting you to dominate, then that means that we're thinking that you're one of the best, right? So I think she just probably has to embrace it as a positive and not necessarily think it's athletes pressuring you. I remember back in the day when persons were asking Usain Bolt, how does he, because there was always the contrast between when Usain came on the scene versus when Asafa was on the scene, and the expectation from Jamaicans and him, practically combusting versus, Usain not. And Usain said that, at the end of the day, yes, he realizes that this is what Jamaicans want, but he also wants it for himself. So because he wants it for himself, it's not a negative. I want to win. I want world records. I want all this money. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go out and do what I have to do for myself. And of course, once I get it, Jamaica is gonna go crazy because that's also what they want. But it goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily see it as pressure sometimes. When you start bashing the athletes again, this is where I start to say, okay, you're being too negative. But I don't have a problem with constructive criticism, in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with it. And y'all know Elaine is my girl all day, every day. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with constructive criticism. Da-da-da, da-da-da. I don't want to dim your excitement at all, T. But oh, no, already I dim it by tell me. But the reason why Elaine posted it because yesterday was Olympics Day. Y'all are already throwing cold water on me. You're not gonna just allow me. You're not gonna just allow me make me enjoy myself. Jesus. She has the Olympic race up. All right. God have mercy. You're not gonna just allow me. You should have just let me went off on my rant. JC. Okay. Lovely. I don't know no athlete that goes to JC. My God. Shelly don't have to run the 100. Yes, she doesn't have to. I keep telling people this, bro. These athletes have to run for 5 years straight because every year is a championship year. From 2021 through to 2025, athletes can't maintain top form for 5 years straight. Yep, it means that the Diamond League is going to suffer. That's what it means. But member says she no run no 100 yet, so she probably do it at trials to get better. Again, she has to enter. So if she's not entered, she can't run. Any news on Sean Bailey? I haven't even gotten to the rest of the results yet. Let me finish off these things so that I can get to the rest of the results. That's definitely what Steven did when they met at the last Diamond League before the Olympics. Her coach won't make that mistake again. It was not Diamond League. It was not Diamond League. I think it was one of those tours, maybe a bronze or gold or silver tour. It was in what was it, Poland? It was someplace. I remember the race. The race at Elaine beat Shelley. Yeah. Any news on Sean Bailey? Lord, Arthur, me have to go dig up what's his name? Sean Bailey after this. I soon come. Um, it was at a golden meet in Hungary. Right, Hungary. Yeah, not a Diamond League. Elaine ran 10:71 and beat Shelly. Yep. Based on what you just said, uh Shelly probably all run 10:5 for our first race. Remember Shelly and started a couple seasons ago with 10. Was it a 10:63 or was it a 10:67? Therefore, if Elaine is in shape, don't be surprised for a 10:6. Look here. Anything these athletes do in this new age, I'm open to it. I'm relearning track because we've been pretty set in stone in terms of our thoughts as it relates to what to expect from athletes. But we're seeing a new age. And because we're seeing a new age, I'm relearning my expectations for athletes in each event. Kevona can come with something special too. Kevona better make sure she's sharp for that 200 because Tina over there now. And I only three, well, we have 4 spots, but yeah, Sherika's spot is already guaranteed. I only 3 spot. If we start count Shelly Elaine, what is her name? Kevona, Tina, Natalia, 5 cannot go into 3. So she better make sure she up on her A game for that 200 there. Any news on all right. Let me go over on Twitter because Arthur is going to lose his mind if somebody doesn't answer him on this 400 meters. So let me head on over to Twitter and see if there's anything on Sean Bailey. Sean Bailey. Da-da. What happened to Sean Bailey? I see people asking the question. Sean Bailey was a non-starter. Hope it's not anything serious. What else? I'm not seeing anything about Sean. I'm not seeing anything about Sean. I wonder if he's on Instagram. Which reminds me, if he's on Instagram, I need to follow him. I trust me, I keep searching for Jamaican athletes all the time, but I don't think I've gotten all of them. I follow as much as I can. Is it doing this? Okay, it's Sean here, 400-meter underscore killer. Let me just drop a follow real quick. Let me see if he's okay. He doesn't have anything up on his whatever this thing is called. So he hasn't made any post trackies. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait around and see to hear if there's any information about him. I'm hearing people ask the question online, what happened to him, but I'm not seeing a response as it relates to Sean. So I'm just hoping because it's a solid shot for us in the 400 meters. So I'm just hoping that it's nothing serious. He just decided to sit this race out, get ready for trials, and we'll see him in a few weeks. That's my hope. That's definitely my hope. Um, yeah, all right. So I'm not seeing anything on Sean. So apologies, Arthur. Haven't found any information on Sean. With so many talented athletes lining up for trials, if you want to make the team, you have to come and run your race full blast because you might just be watching the race from home with regrets. I agree. Yeah, cause if Elaine says Shelly I win, Elaine I'll go run for catch her. Yeah, Elaine doesn't like losing. Elaine doesn't like losing. I pointed it out. Well, no athlete likes losing, right? But I think she just doesn't like losing, period, to any of these athletes when they're in a race. I pointed it out last year when she and Sherika they were in the semifinal for the 100 meters. But I remember watching Sherika start from the heats, right? And then when they met up in the semifinals and I saw Sherika start, and of course Elaine eventually overhauled her to win. I remember saying Sherika is gonna win that race because look at her start. Yes, Elaine ran back to pass her, but I don't see based on what was happening in that race happening for that year that Elaine would have been able to overhaul Sharika, once she got going with that great start, and of course continued going in the finals, and that's exactly what we saw. Sharika came out in that finals and dusted everybody. So yeah, what was I even talking about? Yeah, Elaine doesn't like to lose, even if it's in a heat or a semi. Um, let's see what happens with her in the races to come. I'm hoping though that she doesn't allow, this is what I'm hoping that she doesn't allow the other athletes to really gauge her, though I don't think that they can stop her. If Elaine comes in tip-top shape, I believe no one can stop her from doing what she's going to do. Like, I don't believe anybody else's execution can stop her from doing what she's about to do, right? Now, Shelly, on the other hand, to me, she has perfected her execution in the sense that if she's coming to run 10.5s, she's gonna go out and run those 10.5s, which indicated all those 10.6s that we saw last season, right? As it relates to Sharika, there's still a lot more obviously growth there for her. But as it relates to Elaine, if she's gonna come and drop 10.6, nobody's gonna stop her from running that 10.6. The only question is, will that 10.6 make her win? You know what I mean? That's the question. Because again, there's the ever-present Shelly, and we're hoping for personal best from Sharika this year, dipping into 10.6 as well. But for right now, Shelly would be the target in terms of to decimate or to try to destroy, right? So let's see. Could you explain the effect you believe Shelly has on everyone, T? Is it? I don't necessarily think it's Shelly, like Shelly the person, but it's Shelly the athlete. How Shelly executes her race is perfect, in my opinion. She doesn't need a jack soul in the race to pull off an absolutely fantastic execution. Now, in the past, Shelly always had a good start, but I never saw her as a rabbit until 2021, I believe, is when I started seeing her as a rabbit in terms of these girls are now using her because she went into new realms. And now these girls are like, okay, let's try to latch on to whatever Shelly is doing to execute a good race. So let's try to follow behind her. That's pretty much it. She's going to get out and she's going to leave you. The question is, what am I going to do after that? You know what I mean? So with an athlete that has perfected her craft, you can guarantee that if you line up against her, she's going to drop a fantastic time. So you can either take advantage of that to say, okay, I'm going to try to execute a great race behind her and see where I'm going to end up. I may get a personal best or whatnot. Or I may be able to overhaul her and win the race. You never know. But again, with her being in the race, you're expecting a fast time. You're expecting great competition. So because you're expecting this great competition, you're saying I can get pulled to a better performance, a better either personal best, season's best, whatever it is, maybe even winning the race once she's in the race. Anytime Shelly is in a racetrack, is the narrative is always going to be what can Shelly do for the other athletes? Can Shelly pull Dina to a faster time? Can she pull Sharika to a faster time? Can she pull Elaine to a faster time? That's always going to be the narrative. I hope I explained it. But yeah. Love Kevona, but I don't see her performing over Tina Clayton or over Briana Williams. Kevona right now is the second fastest Jamaican over 200 this season. So yeah, I'm not talking about 100. Kevona's best shot is 200. She's the second fastest right now. Yes, he's Veronica's brother. I'm rewatching Zarnel's race and his form was magnificent. My word, his high knees and upright. Yes, he looked great. Great, 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 great. I'm kind of jealous, but it is what it is. Tina and Elaine and Shelly and Kev and Ashanti and Natalia for top 3 spot in 200. I think Ashanti is a little back um in terms of the 200. I think Natalia um has a better shot. So why are we leaving out Shelly? Shelly's entering, Why is Shelly not in it? Shelly opened with 10.67 last year. One Worlds in 10.67. Does she actually need races to get sharp? Exactly. Julian Alfred will win in the midst of the greats. Oh, sorry. Julian Alfred will in the midst of the greats. Or she's gonna be in the midst. Agreed. I don't think she's up to Shelly them level yet, but she's definitely making the finals, I believe, for sure. Sean Bailey pulled out. Yeah, I know he pulled out. We want to know the reason. T, even if Shelly doesn't run the 100 at trials, she will be able to run it after that because trials is in late. World Championships is in late August. There will be several meets in July after trials where she can run. Agreed, but again, I do not have her facing the top competition. It's mind games at this point. You have to hold your cards to your chest. And if I'm Shelly and I know me being in a race is a disadvantage to me when I'm against running against Elaine or Sharika, because if they're behind me, what are they doing for me? If they're behind me in a race, yeah, if I'm always getting out ahead of them, how are they helping me? They're not really helping me, So if being in a race with them is a disadvantage to me and it's more of an advantage to them, why am I gonna be in a race with them? Me not want to know until me not have the choice, which is World Championships finals, maybe semifinals depending, but me not want to know. That's just how I feel personally. That I wouldn't run until the time is right or when medals are on the line. Because the moment I run with you, you are gonna go back to your runner, your coach. When I go see if you can tweak nothing and fix nothing. While I'm always leading anyway. Is there anything for me to tweak and fix to stay ahead? I don't know. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Hey Sharon, hi, how are you? Thank you for joining. Let's see here. My back is killing me. I almost broke my back. That's a different story. But anyway. Nope, Shelly doesn't need races to get sharp. Shelly has reimagined or allowed us to reimagine our expectations of, sprinting. She has done that. She has done absolutely fantastic for the sport of track and field. And that 100 meters, our expectations were never what they were until we saw what Shelly was doing. Hughes sounds Jamaican British. He trains in Jamaica, Colleen. So yeah, that's probably what you're hearing. He even went to school in Jamaica. If you guys remember, he went to KC. So he's been here for years, 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 years. By now, he's probably Jamaican. By now, he's probably fully Jamaican. Only it's still under the GB flag. Tina hasn't done anything in the 200 yet. That tells us she's ready. She's ready for top 3 position, but we will her. I'm confused. Tina hasn't done anything in the 200 yet. In the 200, oh, there's a comma. Yet that tells us she's ready for the top 3 position. Is that what you're saying? I think we're going off what the signs that her coach is laying down. So her coach has only entered her in the 100 and 200. So we're assuming that since there's no fail safe, he's expecting her to be in the team. So make the team in one of the events. So we're expecting something from Tina. That's the basis. Julian will be in the midst of the greats. Yes, I agree. She will be in the midst. Yes, Sean is on IG. Yeah, I just followed him, but he hasn't made any updates. So I'll just have to wait and see. He's born in Anguilla. Yep, that's Zarnel Hughes is born in Anguilla. Sean Bailey isn't so much of an IG person myself, but he's an athlete now, and especially the fact that he is doing so well, he has to start growing his brand, and he has to start letting his fans know we're here, we're supporting him, what's going on with him. Let us know that you're okay. Let us know if there's a slight setback. You don't have to give us all the details, but just let us know a little something. You know what I mean? I think he's only 5'7". I don't know who is only 5'7". Sean Bailey is only 5'7". Why are you saying only? What is this? No one likes to lose, but if you lose, you have to be happy for anyone that beats you, because at the end of the day, everyone training and putting in the hard work. Stop the nonsense, please. Stop the nonsense. Losing does not make me happy for anybody. If I step to the track and I lose, I'm not happy. And I'm not happy for the person that won either. I'm content with the fact that I lost. But that doesn't mean I'm happy. No, 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 no. And please stop expecting Elaine to step to the track and lose and be happy. Stop expecting Shelly to step to the track and lose and be happy. Stop expecting Sherita to step to the track and lose and be happy. That's nonsense. They're all stepping out there to win. That is nonsense. Whilst we look on and we enjoy and we cheer them on as Jamaicans, these girls are out there to win. They're not happy when they lose. No, 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 no. Don't get it twisted. All comers meet starts in 2 hours and 16 minutes. All right. I need to get, let me jump into the rest of the results real quick because I've been on this for an hour and 14 minutes and I think I only talked about two events. Okay, let's get into the rest of the results. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, here we go. Let's scroll down. I talked about the 100 for the males and females. Let's talk about the women's 400 meters. So I did a preview in the women's 400 meters where I had Sydney taking the race, Gabby finishing second, and Cherokee Young finishing third, and Lena Irby Jackson finishing fourth. And this is actually my best call of the day. I think it's my only correct call of the day, maybe. I'm going to have to check other results. But anyway, I'm excited because Sydney did win in 49.51 seconds, which is a personal best for her. Gabby Thomas was second with 50.29 seconds. Cherokee Young was third, 51.02 seconds. And Lena Irby Jackson was fourth in 51.10 seconds. Now, we did have additional Jamaicans in the race in Ashley Williams and Janelle Brumfield. They finished seventh and eighth, respectively, running 52.39 seconds and 52.97 seconds. Now, as it relates to the top three, Sydney, surprise, surprise, I said I have her running 49 fives. She ran 49 fives. And I better give me some props, I said she was running 49 fives, mid 45, mid 49s. That's exactly what she came out and did. I was hoping to see Gabby Thomas closer to her in the race. That's not what happened. And of course, I was hoping to see Cherokee Young dip below 50 seconds in this race because I was hoping she would get pulled along with the rest of the field and dip into 49 seconds. That didn't happen. I thought Cherokee's race, she went out too slow in my opinion in the first 200. But she always runs a good last 200. That's one thing you can expect from Cherokee, but she definitely has to work on, maintaining a solid first 200 and of course a solid second 200 as well. Gabby Thomas, 50.29. As I said, I expected her to be closer to Sydney, but I will not fault her too much because she did run the 100 meters earlier. So maybe she's not, fully recovered in that sense. So a 50.29 is a great run for her, in my opinion, considering that, she did run the 100 meters earlier. As it relates to Sydney, I thought she had a much better race this time. She didn't go too fast. She judged the race much better. And, she came home for a stronger finish this time for a personal best. Much, much better execution than we saw in her first run where she sped out to 300 meters and then bust in the last 100. Much, much stronger race for Sydney. Loved it. 400 meters for men. Sean Bailey, we've been talking about it. He did not start for Jamaica. I was expecting him to take this race. I was expecting Trevor Stewart, I think, to take second and Zandrian Barnes for third. What actually happened? Well, Zandrian Barnes won in 45.05 seconds. Matthew Boylan was second in 45.58 seconds, and Trevor Stewart was third in 45.85 seconds, with Kareem Bartley finishing fourth for Jamaica, 46.60 seconds. Great run for Zandrian Barnes. His personal best, I think, is 44.90. So this 45.05 is a good run in my opinion. It shows consistency. This is what I've been talking to you guys. I've been saying what I want to see from our 400-meter guys is consistency, and Zandrian Barnes is showing us just that. When he comes to trials next month, where I'm expecting to see a good performance from him. Let's see, if he can deliver, in a top three spot for himself. But good run all over for him. Good representation from Kareem Bartley as well. Expecting his times to, go a bit lower if he expects to challenge. Boy, Matthew Bowling look like the buzz around him has just died. But it is what it is. Let's move on to the next race. Shanti Jackson against Adeja Hodge, really, really good race. Loved it. Was a close race from start to finish. These are really two top juniors in the United States right now. Though Adeja Hodge runs for the British Virgin Islands, they still, do high school there. And Shanti came out with the win, 22.70 seconds with a personal best. And Adeja Hodge was 22.85 seconds, also a personal best. As a matter of fact, First through fifth were personal best. Even eighth place ran a personal best in this race. So it was a good race for these high school athletes in America. Adeja looks good, needs to lose some weight. I don't know if you guys remember Adeja from 20, what's it, 2023, 2022. Do you remember Slim Adeja? Which I'm looking at a different Adeja. I don't know if they're preparing her for possibly going professional, where they've now upped her training in terms of she's lifting more weights. I'm not sure what's happening there, but she looks much, much, much heavier. Maybe this, in a few years, we'll see her shed this and see her run some ridiculous times to, be a part of the greatest athletes in the world. But she's well on her way. Shanti as well, doing fantastic. We know we saw her run that 10:89 for a personal best a few weeks ago over the 100 meters. Now a personal best in the 200 meters, looking good, looking very solid. Can't wait to see what these girls will eventually amount to in a few years. Can't wait for it. But as I said, it's the young girls doing it now, or the young athletes in general, males and females, and I welcome it. The older ones, gonna have to stay on their toes. There's no waiting around anymore. They're not waiting. They're not waiting their turn. They're coming for it, and they're coming for it now. So if you're gonna get beat out by them, so be it. So be it. All right, moving on to the women's shot put final. We had Danielle Thomas Dodd in this as a Jamaican representative. I think I had her finishing anywhere between first and third because she's ranked third. I said she beat Chase Ely in her last event. I think that was a Diamond League. So I was expecting a good performance from her. Was hoping that she would be close to her personal best of 19.77 meters. Didn't really throw close to that, but still a very good performance from her. She finished second, throwing 19.38 meters. Ahead of her was Maggie Ewan. She threw 19.68 meters for the win, and Chase Ely was third, 19.25 meters. I don't know if I've ever said this, but I absolutely love Danielle Thomas Dodd. The energy she gives when she's throwing the shot put, she made me fall in love with the shot put. Like, typically, I don't know, you don't really get that type of energy from the girls throwing shot put, but the energy I get from her is really, really good. Chase Ely is also another one that gives you good energy at the shot put. I'm trying to remember that girl from which country is Portugal? I think she's from Portugal. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. Dongo or something her name is. She's also another athlete I like in the shot put. In terms of energy, they give you good vibes. They make you want to watch the shot put and enjoy it. So yeah, Daniel though, love her. I really talk about, the field events sometimes, but yeah, I'm always watching, always keeping abreast of what our athletes are doing because I love the representation. I know that I'm doing more lives as well. I get more opportunity to talk about them, thankfully, because when I do standalone videos with them, y'all don't watch. Y'all need to be supporting them. Support them just as much as you support the sprinters. What else is here? We have the discus. So we had Travis Michael and Kai Chang in this. I think I went Alex Rosa, then Travis Michael in that order. However, the race finished, not the race, sorry, the discus finished. Travis Michael first, 36 meters, and Alex Rosa, 64.63 meters for second, and Kai Chang came in for third, 63.17 meters. So Kai, was an outstanding junior. I think won the under 20 championships already. So he has stepped up as a senior and is doing great things. I love the conveyor belt that I see developing in the discus. We have quite a few in the collegiate scene as well. By the time trials comes around, this is going to be a hot event as well. Can't wait to see who makes the top three. And, Frederick Dacres can, sleep on his laurels because any one of these guys can, nip him when it comes to the trial. So it's going to be a really, really, really good event. Can't wait to see. What else? Don't have nobody here. 110-meter hurdles. Okay. So in the men's 110-meter hurdles, I think I had America filling out the top 4 spots. And then I said, hopefully Jamaica can get someplace in there. But what I was hoping for more than anything was season's best for both Orlando Bennett and Damien Thomas. Wanted them to get their times down because it's necessary, especially against the field that they will be going up against come trials. How it actually ended, well, America took first through 6, and then Jamaica finished 7th and 8th. So Daniel Roberts took it 13.01 seconds. That's a season best for him. Devon Allen was second, 13.04 seconds, and Jamal Britt was third, 13.19 seconds. Now, Orlando Bennett thankfully ran a season's best of 13.34 seconds, so I'm happy for that. Time is trending downward, and Damian Thomas, not a season's best, but he is consistent around the 13.5 realm in this particular race. But again, need the times to drop if these guys want to challenge for an individual spot on the team to the World Championships. Next event, women's 100-meter hurdles. This was an absolutely humdinger. Crazy, 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 crazy race. We had Kendra Harrison, Alasia Johnson, Daniel Williams from Jamaica, and Megan Tapper from Jamaica, as well as this Amber Hughes person from the United States. America always be popping people out left, right, and center. It is what it is when it comes to the hurdles. But before that, I think what I had going into the meet, I said Kendra for the win. I said Alasia Johnson and Daniel Williams. It will be a ding dong battle between them. I was hoping for Daniel though to chump her and take second spot in this race. And of course, I had Megan Tapper finishing fourth. What happened? Kendra won in 12.29 seconds. Alasia Johnson was second, 12.31 seconds, and Daniel Williams was third, 12.33 seconds. Now, Megan Tapper finished fifth in 12.66 seconds. Not a bad run from her. The win, though, was above the allowable. That was 2.8 meters per second. Boy, we've been sleeping on Daniel all season. Well, not really sleeping on her, but she hasn't been looking, the best. But I was expecting her times to drop. I'm glad seeing this performance from her. Such a close finish as well between herself and Kendra. It means that she's not far from the best in the world right now. I think it ranks, if I'm not mistaken, Jasmine Camacho Queen is first, and then Kendra is second. So to be this close to Kendra, it means that Danielle is right where she needs to be heading into the trials. It's a good, good, good look. I'm just checking now to see what the time is. Danielle's time is when I adjust the wind. 2.8 it was. So that's at 12:51. So a good time at dead wind, sorry. At dead when it's 12:51, and with a positive 2.0, it is 12.37. So still an absolutely good run from Danielle. She is solidifying herself as a favorite for a spot on the team to the World Championships. We talk about Akira, we'll be doing a preview in the coming days, but it's a good look. Loving what I'm seeing from our athletes. They're really, really stepping up. High jump. We had somebody here in the high jump. I didn't see it yesterday. So I'm glad I'm able to see it today. We have Kimberly Williamson stepping up in the high jump and coming second. She jumped 1.83 meters, and Vashti Cunningham jumped 1.95 meters for the win. I think though the qualifying standard, if I'm not mistaken, is probably 1.9 something. Is it a 9.5 or 9? I think it's in the 1.9 something. So she has to get her jumps up if she wants to get the automatically qualifying standard time. I mean height for the World Championships. But I love the representation, as I said. I'm glad when we have athletes, all about the place. Now I think that was every thing. Yeah, I covered everyone. Great. Now I can jump back in. Yeah. Do I need to say anything about Noah Lyles winning the 200? No, I don't. Noah Lyles won the 200 running 19.83 seconds. I didn't believe he would be challenged. He wasn't challenged. Second place was Isam Asinga from Suriname, 20.25 seconds, and Elijah Morrow was third, 20.30 seconds. But again, Noah Lyles does what he does best. The 200 meters, he has been dominating, and that has not changed. Happy to see, certain results from our Jamaicans. Okay. All right, I've covered everything. I think I've been talking nonstop. My voice is tired. Yeah. You're so right, T. In that race in Brussels where Sharika beat Shelly, you could see that Sharika was just focused on executing properly against her, and she actually beat her, even she was shocked. Yeah, Shelly does more for athletes being in the race with them versus the other way around. You know what I mean? and I talked about that ad nauseum last year. Even that race where Shelly pulled out, I said, I don't know if you remember, we did a video talking about the whole dodging thing. Go watch it. Go watch it where I talked about Shelly dodging Elaine. Go watch it. Myself and my sister. I said, look here, there's a method to this madness, Shelly is not allowing these people to quote unquote use her going forward. And it's very evident, her role in this whole thing. And she has to hold her cards to her chest. If I'm being fair, looking at these athletes individually, whatever I expect from Shelly individually, whatever I expect from say Sharika individually, whatever I expect from Elaine individually. For Shelly, I have to say the same. If that's her special talent is to drag you to something fantastic, then I'm gonna refuse you. I'm gonna stop you from or not allow you to benefit from me being in a race ever. That's just how I feel. Um, I'm not worried about Blake. He got this. Yep, I like it as well. That analogy is quite stupid, T. Which analogy? Which one of my analogies are stupid? Tina will run 10 at trials, hence Fano hide her. Um, which analogy, Shane? Shawnee, you have to tell me. I said so many things. There are two things people must understand. One, Shelly is 36, recuperating. Time is much slower. Gosh, I don't know how I feel about this whole age card, honestly. I think people are using this whole age card as a way to make Shelly sound like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. By the way, the all comers meet is at JC. Thank you for letting me know. I think somebody put it in the chat already. My pick for top three, 200 are Elaine, Shelly, Elaine, Ashanti. Sharika don't have to run, yeah. Okay, I hear you. Saying she don't have to run with others to better her craft. She trying to fix issues on her race. No, I said what Shelly doesn't need anybody to execute a solid race, and that's a fact. Shelly's results on the track show you that she needs absolutely nobody to execute her own race. Go and look at her consistency running 1060s and tell me who does Shelly need to execute a Shelly race, not a soul. Sherika being in the race doesn't help her. Who in being in the race help her? Look how much time she dropped 10-6 with nobody in the race. Shelly doesn't need anybody. That's a fact. That's not a stupid analogy. And again, if you have been watching my videos from back then, I said this is something I thought of Shelly only since 2022. I didn't think of it 2021. Even when she dropped 10-6s in 2021, I wasn't thinking that in 2021. I still believe that, there was still some benefit for her being in races with other athletes where they can assist her in terms of assisting her to run her best race. However, come 2022, my whole narrative or my whole thought process on Shelly changed completely, right? That's something I thought about Shelly since 2022. If you want to say it's a stupid analogy, that's fine. But I don't believe Shelly needs anybody in the race to execute a good race. Yeah. Zandrian Barnes. Yes, congrats to him as well. Yep. No one leads Elaine. Elaine is the most mysterious person on the track. She does her own thing. No one baits her. Where do you get your track and field information? Do you read track and field news from the USA and Athletics Weekly from the UK? I read anything track related. I read. Why do you ask, Mark? Um, Shelly probably has the most mental strain, and it's because of that start. She has to hold her composure when she feels these girls are closing in on her, and that's not easy. Better to close than to lead. It is better to close than to lead because you can see exactly what's happening around you. But I believe Shelly has unlocked some kind of ethereal thing where even when they're behind her and in the past where she's been, because you could see it in the past vividly. In the past, you could see her tying up. The closer these athletes got to her, you could see her tying up in the race. I don't see that anymore. Her execution to me is flawless regardless of who is in the race. I'm not saying she can't lose. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Shelly can't lose a race. I am saying that regardless of whoever's in the race, Shelly is going to execute whatever Shelly has to give on that day. Elaine start the mysteries. Well, I welcome anything positive from Elaine. Um, People have been pulling the age card and downplaying Shelly for the past 6 years. No, yet she um recovers from all her injuries very fast. For example, last year, yeah, I don't like the age card that Shelly pull with the age card people pull with Shelly. Matter of fact, Shelly ran faster after that injury, considering the conditions. Yep, from Bolt is a threat to all. What are we talking about? How are we talking about Bolt? Listen, you think I yesterday I hear say Shelly old. People need to stop pulling this age card, man. This is ridiculous. Shelly can't outfit Elaine or Sharika though. I realize on the line they usually outfit her. Huh? What are we talking about? What do you mean outfit her? I don't know what you're talking about, Dr. J.D. Smith. Sydney ran a way better race distribution yesterday than, and yep, much better. And again, with much better execution, again, it speaks the execution. Executing a better race makes the times come. It's not the other way around, right? It's not forcing to run fast time means you're gonna run fast time. It's executing. Focus on executing, and the times will come. So yeah, great execution from her. She looked good. Yeah. Good run from her. She's looking like she's fast tracking herself to be one of the best 400-meter athletes to come in future years. Let's see how that goes for her. But great execution. Shelly can't out dip Elaine or even out dip Elaine or Sharika once they're together. I mean, she's shorter, so shorter people always suffer. We've seen that happen with Talu as well in the past, where Tori damn near Dover out to obliterated her in a dive, in the World Championships final. So I mean, short people always suffer on the dipping end. It is what it is. They just have to work with whatever they have. Um, Zandrian Barnes are going with things. Yes, love the consistency from Zandrian. Um, No, not nonsense, T. Everyone is in a competition to win. Don't get me wrong. But if you lose, why can't you be happy for that person to win? You can't be happy for someone else to win. Something is wrong. Okay, let me just say this. If I step to the track, me and my family and my whole come along, go at trials. Everybody's there cheering me on, right? Hoping for me to win. Let's say there's only one spot to the World Championships, yeah? And whoever wins takes it. So we're all at the line, and boop, I don't make it. I lose. Finishing second wherever. You think say me and my family are happy? My whole come along when we bring back on me. What's supporting me is gonna be happy. The general public, that's what the general public is there for. That's what I'm here for. I have no relation to any of these athletes. So regardless of whoever wins at the end of the day, I'm happy for all of them. However, on a personal level, for them individually, them personally, no, them not happy, so they lose, right? When it comes to making the team, don't get me wrong, 3 goals. So as long as you make the team, sure, I'm happy, I'm good because I'm on the team. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about individually. When we get to world championships and medals are on the table, we're not play them the game there. We're not play them the kumbaya game there. You understand what I'm saying? I'm here to win. I'm here to decimate you. I don't care. You know what I mean? So stop expecting and stop having unrealistic expectations of these athletes. That's nonsense. That is nonsense. Am I saying that they might go on away and puff up their chest and buff and ray? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they should behave in such a manner, but I'm saying if an athlete is disappointed that they did not win a race, why are you surprised? They're there to win. And I would find it weird if I won a race and you didn't want to win and you're happy for me. Would I find that weird? Weird. I'm not lying. um, Shelly is working on making sure that they are nowhere close to her by the time they reach the line, uh, and that is way better than working to outdip them. Yep, agreed. That is why I'm saying she's solidifying her own technique. She can't be worried about what's going on behind her, because people is always gonna be coming from behind her. She doesn't need a soul. She just needs to work on herself, keep solidifying her technique, and running her race. Have to be prepared for anything. So much practice to out dip too. Fred Curley got dip, out dip. I think because he was new to the event. He's been running the 400 meters all this time. I think he was caught off guard. But I believe, in years to follow, he's fixed that. In my opinion, I've seen him make the effort to dip. So I don't think that same thing will happen to him again at all. But yeah, I did say I didn't want to stay here too long, so yeah, me back a kill me. Plus, me want to get my mind ready for that Elaine race there. Is Elaine running today? Yes, I'm hearing that she's running today. I'm hearing that things special are come. Why? Let me fix my broken back. Let me fix my broken back. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Do you think Abby will be a medal contender this year based on how she's looking right now? Good question. I think she needs to be faster. I think she needs to be faster. If we're factoring in a possible solid three Jamaicans, yeah, she needs to be faster. She needs to be, if we're looking at a possible solid three Jamaicans, she needs to be faster. But she still has time. She still has time. It's late August. It's late August. What we're seeing now doesn't necessarily say what is going to happen then. She has time to drop her times. And I think what I'm seeing so far from her, she definitely has a shoe in making the US team as well. I don't really see anybody doing anything. Maybe there's a collegiate athlete. I'm not sure. Maybe a collegiate athlete would spring a surprise. But so far, I'm seeing Gabby and Abby, as the top two 200-meter sprinters. And what's her name? Tamara Clark. I spoke about her when was that? Racers Grand Prix, saying that she seems to be getting herself in every race so that she can get sharp for trials, and that's clearly what she's doing, and it's clearly working. You know what I mean? So great from Tamara Clark as well. So those are the top three I'm thinking right now for America. If I'm not missing anybody, it's Abby, Gabby, and Tamara. Um, Maybe there's a collegiate athlete that's may spring a surprise on one of them, but I'm thinking that Abby and Gabby have a shoe in. If they make it, then that's just more time for them to get race sharp and get ready for world championships. So yeah, what I'm seeing right now doesn't tell me medal threat, but it can happen in a few months for sure. What time is Elaine running? I'm hearing the meeting starting at 5. Yeah. Smith, I think Abby is going to have a tough time at her old trials, to be honest. I don't really see many people looking good in America right now, That's to be fair. Williams first 60 is so good. Is that Briana Williams? Yes, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Hey, Track Sports Entertainment, what is good? Oh, I missed this comment. What time did Brianna run? Sorry, just checking in. She ran 11:04 to tie her season's best from last year, and she placed second. Really solid execution from her. She looked good. Shelly doesn't have to dip because they are nowhere near her when the race ends. That's providing that, okay, if Elaine gets back to her best and Shelly's also at her best, it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle. Okay. So, and if we're hoping for Sherika as well to dip into 10-6s, it's gonna be a battle between all three. Then by the time you throw in the elusive Shakira Richardson and Talu and Mary Jose Talu, it's gonna be a ding dong battle. It's gonna be a really, really fantastic world championships. I'm looking forward to it. Abby could definitely get a silver or bronze, depending on the forms that Elaine, Dina, and Shelly will be in for world championships. I have her up trumping Dina, honestly, right now, based on what I'm seeing. So yeah, she has time. She has time to lower her times. Again, it all depends on what Jamaica is coming with. That will determine what will happen with the rest of the world. Yeah, because we're the best. I'm sorry. The 2 times she needed to dip, she lost. Why shortchange oneself by not preparing for every scenario? Look here, Shelly dips. Shelly dips every time she. All right, let's go back to 2012. Even 2009, she had to out dip Karen. Remember, Karen was coming at her like crazy. She had to dip. She had to dip in 2012 as well. Those were the closest races I can think of. Yeah, those were the races that were people were the closest to her. Even in 2016, when she got bronze, she dipped as well. But you have to remember that these athletes have taller torsos, right? So sometimes you dip, it works. Sometimes you dip and them out dip you. It's just how things go. Just how things go. Um, and let me just tell you, if Shelly, Sharika, and Elaine are a straight line across from each other and it comes to a dip, they're gonna out dip Shelly simply because they're tall. It is what it is. Um, That's true. Shelly used to be like that, and Briana is solely correct in that part of her race. Yep. And we're seeing the evidence 100%. Um, Talu is also running fast for age 34, so we can agree that age is just a number. I think I think the sport has evolved. I don't think it has anything to do with age. I don't think it's special to Shelly or Talu. I just think that some of these coaches have unlocked, evolved the training to a certain degree, and we're seeing the results of that. That's what we're seeing. Because if that wasn't the case, then Shelly wouldn't have run 10-6 for a long time. Talu them would have been looking good from a long time. So I think it's new training, better training that's causing the athletes to run faster. Age has nothing to do with it, in my opinion. Um, Omar McLeod ran a world lead yesterday. What y'all tell me, say? From what me I hear say, Omar run crazy and I know me can't see none of them around here. Look here. On a big up my head last time me they scream about Omar and I don't see nothing but Omar. Let me go back. Dear God, I hope this time it's true. Let me pray. I'm praying that Omar is good. Okay. Let's go back to Twitter. Because I missed that completely. Omar McLeod. Omar. Good news. That's 2002. Latest. Oh, I wanted to talk about this guy, this Cardell Tinch dude, that was running in Division 2. And I think he ran a 12.8 something. I think it was 8.7 or something, but it was a wind above the allowable. And seeing him dip below 12 seconds to run 12.96 to be to become the fastest collegiate. Yeah, they're saying it's your fastest collegiate all time. Is that fastest collegiate or just surpasses Omar McLeod? Whichever one. He's become one of the fastest collegiates right now, PB 12.96, but he's the world leader right now, which is great. Okay, here's Omar. 22 hours ago. Sorry, let me have a pause. Oh, my back hurt me. Let me pause and watch this race. Give me a second, let me soak up my good Omar. No, this isn't Omar. They're showing the old race of Omar. That's what they're doing. You see, I'm not long. Why are you doing this to me? Y'all are sending me on a wild goose chase. Why? Why are you all doing this to me? And you know what? I say on my Twitter, why is it that I would not have seen this before? I'm making you people fool me. Don't do this to me, please. Don't be doing this to me. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. It is what it is. Sharon Simpson, because Shelly and Asafo was the epitome of fast out of the blocks until you're seen come with top end and Elaine. It's executing from start to finish. You have to execute the full 100 meters, whether or not it was something they were doing back then as much, or if it was more prevalent. And again, when it comes to Asaf, I don't know what you're talking about, because Asaf to this day is still one of the best 100 meter sprinters when it comes to executing. It's just that on the day sometimes, he faltered. But when you look at technically, executing a race, I don't think they're much better than him. Thank you, Smitty. Thank you for the super chat. Here, Jackie, you can smash that super chat button, okay? Jadon is coming for Charles. Yes, he is. He has to for sure. He's making that team and possibly medaling at the World Championships. Looking forward to that. Femke Ball ran 49.20 recently. She's also a good 400-meter hurdler and will be a threat to all. Okay, Femke Ball has already confirmed that she will no longer be taking part in the 400 meters this season. She's sticking strictly to the 400-meter hurdles. Tracky, some people are delusional. You are here to win, but when someone is better than you, you lose, face reality. Exactly. So when you lose, you have to face reality and accept the fact that, yeah, I lost. But it doesn't mean I'm happy. I'm not going to be happy. Especially if I'm on that line, I'm mad as hell. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be showing it, outwardly that I'm upset. Obviously, I'm probably just going to go back to my room and cry. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be happy. I have to accept reality that I lost, clearly. But no, I'm not going to be happy, and stop expecting the athletes to be kumbaya when they line up. It's not going to work. I agree with you on that point, T. Shelly don't need to have the other top athletes to get a good time. I do believe that the other athletes benefit from Shelly being in the race more. Yep. If age is not an issue, why are we saying that the young ones are a threat? Okay. Athletes are getting faster. Our younger athletes are now breaking out and becoming faster, having something to possibly do with genetics, maybe. Maybe there's something in the food, you can never tell. Plus, also they're benefiting from this quote unquote better training. Do you see what is happening in Jamaica with the high school coaches? The coaches are much better. Hence, we're seeing better performances. The Corey Bennett of yesteryear is not the Corey Bennett we see this year. And so said for every other coach across the board or across the spectrum, right? So it's better training overall. Whether or not that can benefit you at 100 versus at 0 depends on the person. You're a living encyclopedia of T and F. So much information. Oh, really? Thank you. And I'm talking off the top of my head most times, but okay. I think that also depends on Richardson and Julian. Are you looking too? Julian is not in the leagues of Shelly, Sharika, Elaine, and I'm talking at their best. At their best. Let me just throw that out there. At their best, she's not in the league of Shelly, Elaine, Sharika, Shakiri, Talu. If they turn up at their best at the championships, that's a different story. But if we are saying they're turning up at their best, then Julian is not in their league. She's good, but she's not as great as them. Joining. Welcome. And Julian won't be a factor in that 200. Yeah, she probably stands a better chance in the 200 because the 200 doesn't look as deep this year. But still, yeah, there's a different class, guys. Elaine is coming, watch out. I'm hoping. Elaine's delusional fans need to accept reality that her career is done. Who is this person? Elaine is an enigma. Rocky Hill, positive news. No, Shelley and Elaine should have hit 2019. I don't know what that means. It's the timing of the dip rather than the height of the athlete, which makes the ultimate difference. If three athletes, okay, let me say this again. If Shelly, Elaine, and Sharika are all at the same place, and it's a dip that is going to decide who is going to win, and they all time their dip, she's not winning. If all of them have timed their dip perfectly, I'm talking under the perfect situation, perfect scenario. If they have all timed their dip perfectly and they're all in a straight line, they're going to out dip Shelly. I don't know, bro. I think they could both be dangerous. Let's see what happens. Um, Rocky Hill is just trolling y'all. Is he trolling me about the Omar thing? Must be some joke. I'm Bex. My Bex bad. No, Elaine and Shelly. No, Elaine and Shelly should have hit 10-6 in 2019. I believe that Elaine could have hit 26 to 10-6 from 2017. Shelly outdipped Daryl Nita in that 4x1 where she closed. That's because Daryl Nita didn't dip. Daryl Nita doesn't know how to dip. It's the same thing happened with Elaine. She doesn't know how to dip. Elaine come from run her back to, run her down, and out dip her on the line. Same story. Daryl Nita doesn't know how to dip. Train. Um, we shall see. But see, these Americans are pissing me off. They're saying the hurdler who ran 12.96 should be the Borman over Jadon. Didn't shatter several records all season. Ah, boy. They're trying to find every reason not to give Jadon that Borman. First, it was the decathlete athletes. He was the one that they were bigging up. Now that they found an American, then quickly fling with the German, and now they're shouting on the this American hurdler. Great performances, don't get me wrong. But when you look at the weight of what Jaden has done this season, he has won every title, won every set every record as it relates to collegiate record plus SEC records as well. Then he has also broken under 20 record. Plus, he's also, I think, still the world leader in the triple jump. There is absolutely nobody that is remotely close to him in terms of his performances this season. I took the liberty of going on to World Athletics, I think, to check, what was the difference between the points between the decathlete athlete and Jadon. I think it was 12:56, if I'm not mistaken, and 12:53, meaning that Jadon's distance in the triple jump still ranks higher based on points. So I'll have to go back and see what this 12:56 means. But when we start to talk about NCAA records and under 20 records and everything with Jadon, there's no way he's beating Jadon. They're just trying to find a reason, every reason maybe that they can, but Jadon is definitely winning that Borman. Or if he doesn't win, I'm gonna come on this live and call Americans biased like I do all day, every day. Jaden is definitely winning a medal at Worlds. I hope so. I've marked him for a medal for a time now. Let's hope that happens. What time is Elaine racing today? Well, they said the meet starts at 5, so I'll be getting off this shortly. Congrats to Zarnel, big run, absolutely fantastic run by Zarnel. It is better understanding of the sports and children are no more aware. Right. So it's a better understanding of the sport. The coaching has gotten much, much better. Maybe we are evolving as people as well. Maybe people are getting stronger as well. So you can't really throw that out of the equation. But still, I'm putting it down to better coaching. Hey Shakiri. Briana should have run sub 11 today. I had her down to run sub 11, but considering that my girlie, what's her name, that I had running 10:8, Alia run 10:98. What Briana did was fantastic. Because Tina attitude and behavior towards the sport is very mature. This is why Tina will be ahead of her peers, just know. Yeah, and attitude has a lot to do with it. Her attitude, for me, I believe a lot of juniors need to take a page out of her book. Yeah, the type of hunger, drive, and mentality that she has. Even seniors need to take a page out of her book too. What do you mean by the young lady? What do you mean by the young lady? I don't know what you're asking. What's this word? I don't know what you're saying. T. Shelley will not run the 100 at trials. She will put it all in what? T. Shelley will not run the 100-meter at trials. She will put it all in the semifinal. Same thing will happen with Sherika in the 200. I don't know what you're saying here, but I'm assuming you're saying she's gonna go run the 200. I think someone has already confirmed that she's not down to run the 100. She's running the 200. I'm expecting her to go all 3 rounds, and make the team once she lines up. Sharika, I don't expect to participate in the 200. She doesn't need to. Shelly should have hit 10.6 from about 2013, to be honest. She ran 10.71 and 10.72 into that headwind that same year. Yeah, Shelly's always getting some really crazy headwinds. I'm trying to remember that London Diamond League. Which year was that? Was that 2015? Or was it also 2013? Yeah, but Shelly has been looking good, but Shelly's execution, I would say, even if you have her running faster than 10.7, her execution was not up to par then. It is now. And clearly, because it's better, we're seeing faster times. I had you talking about Carlisle. No, I saw it. I saw it. I did see it. I did see his world lead. But you're messing with my brain. Careful of the message you put out there. The sport is not like that. It's more a spectator, and sport and sportsmanship is part of it. As a former champion, you need to congratulate the winner. What does congratulating the winner, Basil, have to do with loving the fact that you win? I don't have to love you winning to congratulate you. I've congratulated you. I've accepted the fact that I've lost. Now I'm going to my room to ball. What are you saying? Okay. Maybe you all think athletes are not human. Maybe they're robots running around happy for everybody else winning and not themselves. Maybe. I must be crazy. Thank you, Alexia. Love your analysis, T. Big up. Shelly is coming with fire in the 100 meters, I believe so. The American 1296 is worth 1262 points on the World Athletics page. Placed him 19th on the all-time list. Yeah, and Jaden is 13th on that all-time list. Yeah. I remember. Mm-hmm. It starts at 5:30. It's on the website. All right. So Trackies, oh God, I've been sitting here forever and I've told you I'm having my broken back issues. So I'm gonna come off the stream now. I've had a really, really good talk today with y'all. I enjoyed what I saw today. I'm looking forward to seeing whatever happens with Elaine today. I may or may not come back on live depending on what happens with Elaine. If it's not something good, I'm probably gonna be in my room crying. It is what it is. But if anything, you'll just hear from me tomorrow on a live stream. But if it's something good, and by good I mean she hasn't run so far. So 10:8 is a good time. If she comes out and she does that, like some of you are predicting, then yeah, I'll jump on live and I'll talk about it a little bit as well. So you'll see me, you'll see me or you'll not see me in a few. Anyway, I had fun. Thanks for showing up. Thanks to the persons that donated. I really appreciate it. And I will catch you in the next one. Hopefully the next one is tonight, because if it's tonight, I'm not coming back on live tomorrow. I'm gonna rest my back tomorrow and hopefully get prepared for Monday, because Monday week is a long week for me. There's a lot to discuss in track and field, a lot to do. So you may not see me tomorrow. As a matter of fact, you're not seeing me tomorrow. So I'm gonna do it tonight. The Elaine thing I'm gonna do tonight, and then that's it. And then you'll see me on, when is that? Monday? Monday. Yeah. So thanks for coming. I will catch you in a next one. Toodaloo. Oh, like the stream.